Global and political predictions. 25, the United States will remain unpredictably crazy. Political tensions will only increase. Midterm elections are typically not favorable to the party controlling the White House, and given the anger on the left, this trend will likely continue in 26. The Democrats will probably pick up seats in the House, not a ton because of all this redistricting stuff, but probably could pick up a few. Senate will probably pick up one or two, so they'll have a better outcome, but it's not going to be this big sweeping outcome given the electoral map, is my best guess. Unless things really break bad, then it could be a much bigger wave, which could happen. China. The Chinese economy will improve because of the stimulus released by the government, but Western corporations will continue to relocate factories in other parts of the world. Europe will have its own trade conflict with China to stop the halt of Chinese-made cars. Europe is panicked right now with all the Chinese cars coming in and jeopardizing Mercedes, Volkswagen, all their big automakers. The Chinese property markets are broken and will still be a mess. And I could probably say that for the next decade. Central and South America. President Trump will shift his focus to the Western Hemisphere. He has been obviously very focused on the Middle East this past year, but I think a lot of his focus will shoot to the Western Hemisphere, applying pressure on Mexico, Colombia, to continue, the pressure to stop the flow of narcotics, and may even seek regime change in Venezuela. It's going to be very interesting what he does. I mean, Maduro just called up everybody to try to militarize him. I think it's kind of laughable. If the U.S. wants to take him out, we could take him out very easy. But that could happen this year. Political right parties have taken control in Argentina, Bolivia, and probably will in Chile very soon. There's an election coming up, I think this month in Chile, and it looks like the party on the right is going to take over. And will be supported by President Trump to reduce the influence of China in the Western Hemisphere. China has, I just got finished, I have my Hovde homes that takes care of street children and children sold into slavery and sex trades all over the world. And last year, in March, I hadn't been to Africa for a bit. I was all over Africa. And I've been to Africa so many times, going back over 30 years. And it just really struck me, at first the Chinese got involved in Africa by funding bridges and infrastructure and then securing it with their minerals. Now when you go there, you see, you started originally a few years ago seeing Chinese goods, washers, dryers, all the basic consumer goods. But now what's really amazed me is Chinese communities all throughout Africa. Addis Ababa. In Ethiopia, they have a big Chinese community because the Chinese government just left all those workers went to go build a bridge. Hey, just stay there. So China's influence in Africa has become enormous. And we're very worried that what China is trying to do in Latin and South America as well. So I think that's a big reason why President Trump is really going to put a focus on South and Central America. He wants to shut down the drug trades. He wants that. It's been killing 100,000 young Americans a year. He wants to go after the cartels. He wants to go after these leftist governments. And I think we're going to see a big push. And that's why Scott Bessent stepped in to help Argentina stabilize as Milei is making these changes. Eurozone and Great Britain, Europe will slip into recession. Their manufacturing sector is becoming uncompetitive due to failed green energy policies that has caused ever-rising energy costs. Europe has just baked their own, self with their crazy green energy policies. Political change will continue as Europeans become increasingly angry over their economies and immigration policies. Great Britain and France are becoming the problem children of Europe. You see what's going on in Great Britain. You see the economic problems in France. 20 years ago it was Greece. It's literally could be France now. Lastly,